All right, next episode. So we'll start with overall. I think I'm still doing pretty well. It is again, yeah. I guess that's obviously a lot better than it was. So am I as gung ho as I was when I got back from the States? Not quite, but overall still positive. Today, I would say it was kind of flat. Here in Northern Europe, in Northern France, in the wintertime, like a lot of places in the north across the world, it gets dark earlier. But here, it is known for what's being kind of gray a lot of the time. Rains a little bit, snows a little bit, stays cold. But I think the gray and the shortened sun hours are the harder part. Now, I don't get, as far as I know, I've never been affected by seasonal affect disorder, so I don't need like a sun lamp, or that probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But it is nice to get out there and do stuff, keep yourself active. So like today has not been my most active day. Again, I'm going to say that's basically just again, it's just a flat day. I don't imagine. I don't think this is going to be a recurrent one. It will recur, of course, but I don't think it's going to be like a long-term thing. Plus, I've got a friend coming in from the United States who I haven't seen since the '90s, I think. So he was he was my best friend back in junior high school, and kind of got back in touch years ago. Out of touch, in touch, but mutual friends. Let's go just keep us in the loop. And he had heard what happened, and let's go again. And he wanted to come out and visit me, so just taking on his own initiative, just hopping on a plane and coming out to see me for the weekend. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. Since the last video, things have been pretty good. I've been working on my website. Was getting my street photography workshops ready to go, and so that's up and done. I was doing that pretty well. There was a point earlier in the week, not far after I finished the last video, that I was looking for something. I was looking for some files from past stuff. And I ran across Melissa's Google Drive. Google Drive. It said she was signed out, of course. She hasn't been signed in as far as, I don't know when she was the last time. Obviously, she didn't sign in a while, as we can tell. I don't know when it was signed out. So I couldn't find what I was looking for in my files. So I'm like, let me look in hers and just see what's there, and maybe some things might be interesting. It might be something I might need that was out of sight, out of mind. So I started going, I logged in, I went through it, and a few interesting things I hadn't seen in a bit, so that was seemingly fruitful. But then I saw a to-do list. Let me see what was on the to-do list. Maybe there's something interesting, something that I should do that maybe I forgot. I open it up, and yeah, there were some things, but yeah, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was going through it, and I noticed the things that she had looked to do, and it turns out she had made this to-do list on the day that she was admitted to the hospital, probably after I had to leave and go back to Compiègne to watch the dogs. Otherwise, I would have just stayed there with her. And so on this, there were canceled flights. We had to do that. We had to rearrange some things. She wanted to see if we could change one of the flights to go to Barcelona to go see our daughter's apartment, because she never got a chance to see it. She really desperately wanted to see it. So at this point, we didn't know anything about. We knew that she had stage 4 lung cancer. That's all we knew. And so there was hope. That we didn't know that at that point from check-in that she'd have 27 more days until she was dead. We were thinking, I'm thinking this is treatable. I can't say what she was thinking, but she seemed externally to at least accept that it was a possibility. I'm sure it's hard. I've never, thank God I haven't, must have been in that situation myself. But anyway, she was looking to our future, at least even a shorter future, whatever, however much future. She was looking at more than 27 more days. And so that was hard. But then I noticed one of the things that absolutely floored me is that one of the things was that to work on the timeline for my move to Paris. We hadn't discussed me moving to Paris yet. I was still happily living with her. Like, I wasn't thinking of my move to Paris. She was already thinking that she wanted to help me move to Paris. She wanted to help me with changing up one of our websites. She was thinking about me. She was thinking about the kids. She was talking about making sure that everybody got their dental checkups. Here she is, assuming she's dying correctly, but we didn't know exactly how imminent it was at that time. And she's thinking of me, and she's thinking of the kids. She's not really thinking of her. And that was a sucker punch. Like, that just came out of nowhere and took every ounce of motivation that I had for the day. I just cried continuously. Yeah. I just had to pack it up. I just had to pack it up at a certain point, and not that long after, just walk out of the office and just breathe and curl up on the couch and just write the day off as a loss of anything possibly productive other than just getting through that time. Now, luckily the following day I picked back up, but wow, like, seriously, out of nowhere, where are you safe from this stuff? So just weird stuff could happen for, again, the rest of my life, or the rest of you. Yeah, who knows? You don't get it. You don't grow, as far as I can tell. Again, I'm still in this, and it is not right for me to tell you exactly what will happen, because I have no idea. But from what I've read and what I've heard and what I would imagine after reading and hearing, that you never actually grow out of grief. You never leave grief behind. You're never like, okay, well, I used to grieve. No, it's always somehow, some way going to be a part of you. It just becomes a smaller part of you. It doesn't, like I've said this in the past, it doesn't change size. You grow and you learn to adapt, and then can fit other emotions, happiness, love, various, whatever. There's more room in there. So the grief stays the same and you just grow. So that was awful. But I got past that. And so I went into the city to go see my daughter and help her out with her apartment, because I'm still dad and she's still getting the hang of this adulting thing and being on her own. So it's just always a great reason to go in and see your daughter or your son, but I don't have sons, so. So I went in, that was all good. And I think I went in twice. Anyway, regardless, I'll focus on yesterday. So yesterday, I went in, helped her out with her apartment, hung out with her and her boyfriend for a little bit. She went off to work. I decided I was going to stay in Paris and walk around and try to enjoy myself. I had dressed up a little bit, show Paris the new shave, and this nice coat I bought in LA, and just meandered around, thought, I'm going to go to the Musée d'Orsay, which is one of my favorite museums in Paris. And I just went over there, got myself a year pass so that I can go in anytime I want, and enjoyed myself. It was nice. I walked in, there was a little jazz duo on the street when I walked in. The same guys were on the street when I walked out. got to walk through, got to see, again, didn't see a lot of it because it was just a last minute, well, it wasn't really a last minute thing, but you can spend a lot of time there, and you should spend a lot of time in a good museum. So I have now my annual pass, so I can go back whenever I want. So I got out, it was nighttime. I just took a leisurely stroll. I seriously mean leisurely. I was in no rush. I just decided to just walk down by the Seine, had my earpods in, listening to some Chet Baker, and it was lovely. I felt alive. Like I felt like I could do that. And even when memories of Melissa were popping in as I was walking through, it was practically meditation. And what was great is that I wasn't struck like I have been at various points. It seems to be getting less when I go into Paris. I'm not as hamstrung as I was in the beginning, thinking where I see Melissa everywhere. I still can pretty much, but it's not as debilitating. It's not slapping me. I'm sure that it's going to happen again at some point. Like there's some memory will pop up, I'm sure. But for now, I'm having an easier time walking through and enjoying what I find to be the most beautiful city in the world. Definitely among them, undoubtedly. And on a beautiful night, walking down by the river, I got seeing what Paris is known for, just couples just kissing and enjoying each other's company down by the river. And it did make me cry. It didn't make me just stop and envy. It was a little bit. It wasn't an envy in a sense where again I was just so jealous of them that I wanted to cry. I felt happy in a way. I felt good that exists, and that was me at one point. That could be me again one day. I don't know, but I thought Melissa and I enjoyed going down by the Seine, but we didn't sit there and make out. Unfortunately, it seems like we shouldn't have been too old, and maybe that was in our future, but unfortunately, we're not going to find out. But we enjoyed, again, holding hands and hugging and just being together. And there's just something beautiful about Paris at any time, but Paris at night down by the river is just pretty special. And yeah, what else? I think that was pretty big. Thinking about, say, again, I should probably write notes. Again, I don't really look back on the old stuff, and moving forward, all these are in real time, so they're moving from week to week. So, what else? I think I was talking on the phone with somebody who's become a friend, who I met through these videos. She had contacted me, and we struck up a conversation, and now so we talk. And I was thinking I thought about a few things. Actually, we talked for some time. One of the things being motivation, like the idea that in the early stages, and even points now, like your first mode is survival. So like I think I've climbed potentially towards the edge of survival mode. I'm not out. So I was thinking like this. Again, actually, let me throw a little history in this. From the point when we moved to France, I think I've actually I've been mildly depressed. And that, I don't know if I spoke about this on another video, but it was leaving, not the fact I was leaving the US, it was the fact that I was so used to doing what I did there as a photographer. I'd done it for a long time. I did it to a high level. I was known for it. It became my identity. I love photography, so it was a lot of who I was. And so then when we moved to France, we're just thinking, okay, it's time for our next chapter. We're not going to necessarily, we couldn't retire, but we wanted to just start something new. And again, my mom having died was the day we were supposed to come over, which then set the move date back by a little bit. Followed by my entire identity, in essence, changing. And so looking for a new, a new why, a new outlook, a new goal, a new meaning. And it should have been easy, you would think, I would think. But I never seem to have found it. And Melissa recognized that I was, about a year ago, I think, ish, noticed that I was depressed before I did, because she knew me better than I did. And I couldn't think about it. So the reason I'm reading this backstory is thinking that, so since I've gotten to France, I would say that emotionally, I've been on a downslope. Not steep, but a downslope. And all of a sudden, I hit when Melissa died, it went from a downslope to a cliff. I just went straight down. It's more like, I imagine like a sink. You kind of like going shallow down, and all of a sudden, bam, right down through the drain. So I feel at this point that I've kind of climbed out of the drain, or almost out. Once I'm actually out of that drain, I still have to climb out of the damn sink. But I'm intending to use this resiliency as motivation. Use kind of hopefully slingshot in the way I imagine you're down at the bottom of a pool, and I'm going to use these lessons I'm learning to push myself back up to the surface. And then, I don't know, do I climb out of the pool? Do I swim and enjoy myself? I have no idea where the analogy ends at this point, but I'm going to use this as motivation. And I recognize that the survival mode is still there. I'm still in it to a point, but I'm getting much closer to the edge. Then it comes to the future outlook. And through the survival thing, I think it's largely, even when it feels like you're not going to survive, or when it felt like I wasn't going to survive, I knew I would survive. It didn't feel like I was going to survive, but so many people before me have survived. The human race has survived. And therefore, I figured the odds were in my favor that I would survive. But survival, while important, obviously, isn't necessarily the basis of happiness. So, wanting to be happy, I have to go further. But you can't go further until you've locked into survival. So, I think we're there. What's going to make me happy? Still not 100% sure. Still, I'm open to rediscovering and to reinventing myself and see what the universe has got in store. I just know that I want it to be something that would be of service. I want some freedom. I want some happiness. I want some, but whatever it is, it has to correspond with me being helpful. Again, that's why I'm doing these videos. I'm doing these videos. They help me, but again, hopefully they help people that are in a similar situation. I know so many people are in this situation, and we all handle it. We all think about it differently. But I know, since there are so many people, and I don't think that I'm statistically irrelevant. I think what's good that, and I thought, and the comments pretty much prove it, that a bunch of you can identify. So moving forward, I definitely want to figure how to keep that going, and to be a resource somehow, and just to give people a thought of that, as awful as it feels and as impossible as it seems, you'll get through this. If I can get through this, and so many before me have gotten through it, even though it does not seem that way. It seems awful and that we're unique, but we have unique pieces of our journey, but the basic journey is similar. So another thing I want to say is that I thank you, those of you that have commented on my videos. I appreciate that, because I apologize that I'm not able to get to every single one of them. In the beginning, I was able to, but in the beginning, that's about all I was able to do. Between there being more comments and me, again, trying to figure out how I'm going to, again, make this living and do other stuff, it's gotten hard to keep up with the comments. But please keep commenting, because it's not just important that you're commenting to me. The fact that you're commenting shows other people that may comment or just read that that they have more than just me to share this with. That there's other people out there. So the more people that they see commenting, then the more people they realize are in the same boat, and it becomes a community. And while this is a community none of us want to be a part of, it's kind of human nature to want to be a part of something. And nobody in the right mind wants to be a part of this, but if you're party to it, then it's nice to know that you're not alone. And friendships grow from things like this. Again, I've already met, let's see, I think right now, just the one. But I've gotten to know a few of you from your repeat comments. And so there's like, it's weird, like how I'm sure a few of you probably feel that you know me. I feel just from some of the comments that repeatedly that I know some of you. And yeah, again, I'd love it if we could all get together at some point and just talk about things, but not necessarily even just sit there and talk about our loved ones that we lost, because obviously we want to do that, but just moving forward. I saw a TED Talk today that was talking about, again, depression. And of course, depression is a part of this whole thing. And how one of the best antidepressants and anxiety is community. And like how they get people together who sharing what's going on, their depression. And instead of sitting around talking about it, they engage them in a common goal. Say in that one instance I was hearing about today, they were talking about gardening, but whatever it is, just engaging people in conversations and doing in activities and things that was going to take you out of it. I've been thinking about, and I haven't really gotten around to it, but I've been thinking a lot more of it lately, especially since I can now walk through Paris and not feel like I've been sucker punched. And then seeing this thing on TED today, that like I definitely need to go and find some expat groups in Paris. Obviously I know that there are some, and there's probably more than I think, because I speak English. That's pretty much where it ends. I speak some French, but not enough to be a member of a French group. So it would help. And socializing is my best medicine for me anyway. I think it is for a lot of people, but I can only speak 100% for me. So I intend to get out there and become a part of a community again. And again, it felt nice. So last night, after the walk by the river and the museum, I walked into the Marais. My daughter was, after work, had gone to meet a friend down there. So I was in the area. I called her up. She met me over at this bar that I was at, that Melissa and I used to like to go to. It's a nice place called Candelaria. Outstanding little speakeasy, beautiful inside. Like right behind this really, really good taco shop. So if you miss Mexican food, Paris is not the place for you to be. This place actually has some good food, but the drinks up are outstanding, and it's got a very cool little vibe. And Gabby was always too young to go in there. It's been a while since I've been there, but now she's old enough, and I was able to bring her in and say, "Okay, come on and meet me." So she got to see the place that her mom and I liked. I felt good. I didn't feel robbed. I don't know. I was enjoying time with my little girl as an adult, and again enjoying the noise around me and seeing people just living their lives. which I'm going to be doing at some point more. I'm starting now, but at some point I'll do it more. And it didn't seem at all possible not too long ago. And now, like it's insane. Like if you're looking at the future and thinking, oh my God, well, if you're early on this, looking too far into the future is one of the worst things I think you could possibly do, because it's just so scary. But the thing would be to, if you look forward and it scares you, look back and recognize, see how far you've come. Again, if you're still in that point where you're just shell shocked and just, if you just need to just look down and breathe and take it 1 second at a time, that's what you got to do. At the point where you start to think, oh my God, I can look out ahead, oh my, it's too scary, look behind and see. Don't measure on how far you have to go, measure on how far you've come. And you'll be impressed by where you are versus where you were. I look back and I can still see it. But it seems, again, in a way, it seems like it was years ago. And yet, it also wasn't that long ago. And time dilates weird, but again, I feel happy looking back and seeing the progress that I've made. Do I have a long way to go? Of course I do. Again, I have the rest of my life to go. What becomes of me, I don't know. I can't know yet. And I'm going to look at it at this point. I'm looking at it as an adventure. Like I'm looking at this as something like a roller coaster in the dark. So it's going to have bumps, it's going to have turns, it's going to have drops, it's going to have all sorts of stuff, and I can't see them coming. But I like roller coasters. I'm going to do my best to enjoy the ride. And I hope that was a helpful analogy. I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, I guess I will call it for today. And I hope you made it through this. I hope you're making it through your journey at whatever stage you're at. Remember, we all take this at our own speed. There's no race. There's no reason to compare yourself to me or anybody else. And just take it a moment at a time. Don't move faster than you feel you can do it. Like somebody might tell you, you're moving too fast. We all move at our own speed. If you feel that you're moving too fast, slow down. If you feel you're moving too slow, that's a tough one. Then I'd just say incrementally move up, but don't force yourself. I did that early and it sucked. I pulled back pretty quickly. But you'll find you're going to make some, again, just breathe. Just take it day by day, moment by moment. Once one day ticks off, just know that you're going to get through this. Even if it seems freaking impossible, you're going to get through this. And yeah, and then once you feel that you can start looking forward, try it. Don't feel bad if if it gets scary. Look a little bit closer. Take it. Give yourself some grace. Again, the other day when I was absolutely sidelined by that file I found, I didn't feel guilty at all for just saying, okay, computer shut down. I'm not coming in this room again today. I just have to regroup. And yeah, that's it. And I'm lucky. I don't discredit or discount the luck that I have that I'm able to take more time than some people. Yeah, again, sometimes I'm not sure if that's a benefit or a curse. The idea that I have to find things to occupy myself versus if I had something more structured that I had to lose myself in. I can't speak to that. So somebody else will have to honestly answer that. I know plenty. I've heard from people that had to go back to work and they're having a rough time of it, but again, everybody's got their own thing, and I can only speak for me. So that said, I know everybody said I'm signing off. This time I'm really signing off. And until next time, again, take care. Sorry. Be easy on yourself. take it as slow as you need to. And yeah, I'll see you then.